Hello everybody, and today we are going to be doing episode 50 of Putting Out the Trash. This is... Wow, it is loud out here. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Wow, I did not expect that fan to be going off that loud. That was like really loud. But yeah. This is the 50th episode of Putting Out the Trash. Yeah, that is pretty incredible. I think so. I've been doing this for, well, I was gonna say doing this 50 days, but that would make it sound like I'm doing them in a row, and I'm not. Yeah, it still says a lot about me, right? Like, that's a lot of dedication. Like, almost every time I haven't done one of these videos, it hasn't been because of me. Heck, even when it rained, I still made a video, I think. Yeah, remember that one video where, like, it was after I came back from the airport and I'm pretty sure it was raining? I still did a video then. So, yeah. Okay. Nothing in there. There's a pizza box in there. Nothing in here. Okay. Only 2 garbage, bins today. That is a good number, actually. I like that. That's a solid number. We don't want to waste too much time on those because, as I said last episode, this is going to be a big episode because I'm going to try to build down that way I mentioned last time. Yeah, I just really want to see what's there. Hopefully it isn't too long a distance. If it is this video, I'll probably cut it short after I make it like halfway through that direction. I really should have looked up like a map of the area. I didn't really want to do that, like a lot of work. And, I would have to, like, make the map somehow because I can't just have a map opened and make the video. So, yeah. I guess I could have brought my iPad and had the map there, but that would be very, very boring. So, here is something else. Yesterday, which was Saturday, I did some community service. And, I don't really know what it was called. It was like, I think it was like an outdoor event. But yeah, basically, it had food, it had like children's toys, it had a clothes area. I think it was just like helping the needy in general. We had food tickets. But my job was basically just like helping out. Most of what I did was just taking food from one area to the other. Like, somebody would fill a bag of apples, and I would take the bag of apples to a new area. I mean, the areas weren't far away. They were like only a couple of feet. But I don't know. I did that a ton of times. Like, I think I walked back and forth at least 100 times in different areas. Like, I would take a bag of frozen food to a table or a pallet. A pallet is a floor. It would basically be a wooden floor that was suspended from the ground. I don't actually know if it was called a pallet. I know it started with a P though. We basically just put items onto them. So yeah, it was fun. Well, not fun, but yeah, it felt like I was doing something. I did this for my community service hours. I need 10 hours to graduate, and I think I've done like 4 events now at different places doing different things. And I think at this point I should have 10 hours because I was at the latest event for 4 whole hours. So I think I should be done. I think all the events I have paperwork for all the events except for the one I did with my dad. It was a beach cleanup. So yeah, my mom was able to get the paperwork for the other 3 places. Because she did those events with me. But for the beach cleanup, I did with my dad. So I don't know. It would probably be really difficult to get like the official paperwork for the beach cleanup because it was probably the least organized one we've done actually. I've done. My mom did the 3 events and then my dad did 1 event with me. If the schedule has the right records, I think we should have 10 hours by now, hopefully. I don't know how long I was doing each event, but it was definitely a lot. So yeah. But besides community service, this is also Sunday, and the last day before I have to go back to school tomorrow. Oh my god, I hate school. My mom mentioned it when I woke up today. And nobody wants to wake up to that. So after I heard her say that, I basically just went back to sleep. I think I woke up at like 12 something. So yeah, that's something about it. This on. So we're going to check if it's on. Is it on? Oh well shit, I can't tell. Give me a minute. I'm going to take this off and check. Yeah, okay, it's on. Now this around. I'll put this here. I'll put this back on my shirt. Okay. Sorry, I didn't have to double check because I'm just really nervous that it's going to start blinking in and out and it doesn't turn off. But yeah. This is a nice day. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be an easy day. Not a ton of work. I probably know that my first 3 or 4 periods are going to be easy tomorrow. I really don't know about financial algebra or my English class because those are the difficult classes I have. You probably know all about that though. I've talked about it a bunch in like past videos. But yeah, within the new part, going down a new area. We are only at 10 minutes. I don't actually know if that means we are on pace. Because I haven't really considered the walk back. Yeah. Oh, wait. Really? I have to keep it open like this? What a... Oh, where's the other one? Oh, is that the only one I have, or... Oh. Okay, yeah, it seems like that was the only one. Okay, now I don't actually remember if it was... Actually, yeah, I think it was this way. Ooh, this actually looks pretty high. I don't know how far I'm gonna go on this path. Actually, for all I know, this path goes like for a mile. Oh, but it would be really funny if this path literally just emptied out into the road. Oh wow. This is a long way. Maybe I'll keep walking this way until I hit 15, but this is actually a really beautiful view. I think I can see my old high school in the distance there. See those gray buildings right next to that, what do you call it? That baseball field? Right above that baseball field, I think that's my old high school. So yeah, that actually is like really sweet. Wow. I don't actually know where this goes, but maybe I'll keep walking till the end of this hill area. Oh man, this actually could be like a really dangerous area though. I'm probably not gonna walk this area for a very long time after this. Although this really is helping my workout. You know, yesterday I did all that manual labor. Today I'm walking like a whole new like area. Yeah. So I guess this is my exercise. I don't have a PE class in the senior year, so I guess this counts as mine. I really hope this isn't trespassing on some area. Man, my old high school, not high school, I did not move high schools, but that was my old elementary school, and it was pretty cool. Oh wow, we're going into this area now? You have some houses? Did this just lead to like a housing area? Oh wait, it looks like it, no, there's a wall. Okay. But yeah, no, they're actually really neat. My old elementary school was a 2-story one, and that was just really cool. Okay, I think I could probably stop at this area. Oh, that goes on. You know, maybe when I'm an adult, I'll go this way, because, I don't know, maybe I'll have a better curfew. How about that flag? Also that at that flag. But yeah. Okay, going to the flag. What flag do you think? This is a piece of paper. Okay. I really hope that doesn't mean anything dangerous. Like, oh, poisonous snakes. Although it would be like very symbolic if this were to end on the 50th video. I wonder if my parents would post this video if this was the last one and I wasn't able to do it. Because these do not auto-post. I have to post them myself. So I really hope if I were to die here, that my parents would post the last video. Yeah, it only feels like mandatory for them to do so. So if my parents are watching this, you know that one of my last wills and testaments is that you guys have to post the video I die on. So yeah, that's a part of my will. I probably said it in writing, but still. Man, it's a nice area. Although it seems like after this point, it just goes on for like miles. So I don't really know if, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for video 60 or anything like that. I guess I have more time on my hands. I've actually had this idea where I would, what's the word? Oh, I would go out, like, really early. I think I started this video, like, at 1:40 something. So I'm wondering, like, I could have a lot more time if I were to go, like, really early to do one of these videos. So, yeah. Well, is this the same area we were on? I think it is. Wow, you did this fence. Nice black fence. Although it is turning white on top. Oh, yeah, this is. Man, that was fun though, right? A whole new area. This is what you guys get whenever we hit a new 10 spot. Maybe, just maybe, if we ever hit 100, I would go to Europe, and I would just go to a random house, and then I would take their trash out, and then I would, I don't know, backpack in Europe. Yeah, I had no idea where that idea was going when I said it. But that could happen. Or, maybe I'll just walk 100 miles. How old would I be? How old would I be by episode 100 if we assume that I haven't taken any breaks? Like, how old do you think I would be? I mean, it's probably very simple math, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would be like an adult, and then I could do 100 miles that way. Yeah, I actually do wonder what 100 miles down that way looks like. Because I don't even know if this has been 1 mile. Although I have to guess it has been a mile. There's no way it's not a mile. Hey, can I tell you guys something? I am really bad with measurements. Like, the only measurements I'm really good at are, like, time measurements. Like, I can tell you about seconds, I can tell you about minutes, days, I can tell you about months and years, kinda. I'm not really good at all of that, but I can tell you about it. When it comes to other measurements, I can't tell you nothing. Yeah, I don't know what a yard is. I can't tell you how much a foot is. I can't even tell you what a centimeter or a millimeter are. I don't know which is bigger. And when it comes to like raw numbers, I cannot tell you if a billion is more than a million. So yeah, you do not want me in any job that involves a lot of like raw measurementing. Like I can't even tell you how Celsius Kelvin works. Celsius, Kelvin, I don't know the other measurements for heat or temperature. That's why I don't bother listening to any sort of like heat data. Like my mom just says every morning, "Hey Alexa, what is the weather like today?" And Alexa always tells us like, "Oh, it's going to be cloudy with a high of blank and a low of blank." But the issue with that is that I don't know what that high actually means. Is that really hot? Maybe it's really hot. Maybe it's really low. Who knows? So yeah, that's my issue. I never got a handle on any of those measurements. So when I tell you I don't know what 100 miles that way is, I honestly couldn't tell you that. But man, was it fun walking that way. Huh. Well, now you got this far, and we are at 21 minutes. So yeah, man, tomorrow like high school, I am not ready for that. Because every time I go back to school after a break, by the time it's like third period, it feels like I've never went on break. It feels like, oh, I've just been doing this forever. Because it feels like the break just got washed away by the mundanity of going to high school. You know, it feels like, oh, well, now it's business as usual. You know, some people are like, okay, kid, you have to get back into high school mindset. But they don't really need to tell me that. I can automatically switch when I enter the school because my brain is like, oh, I'm back here again. Although I get why some people's brains don't work like that. You know, my financial algebra teacher told me something interesting. She told me that humans cannot actually multitask. It turns out that multitasking is just being able to switch from one task to another really quickly. So you can't actually do multiple tasks at once. You're just good at like changing what you're doing. So yeah, that actually surprised me. And I looked it up after she said it, and it turns out she was right. So yeah, that was kind of wild. You know, it makes me wonder if the concept of multitasking, doing like two things at once, if it's even possible. Like maybe humans can't do it, but like could there ever be an animal or like a living being that could multitask for real? You know that I wonder about that. You know, maybe like geneticists or like neurologists could tell me if that could ever be possible. Because I think that would be cool. You know, we have all this genetic engineering happening nowadays. And I think it would be rad. And we have some nice houses here. Yeah, there's a really nice house some ways away from my house, and it is really nice. Yeah, it has a big round area of it. I think they made of glass. I wonder where that is. I've actually been like dating about doing a video where like instead of going that way, we go this way, like down to this area, and we see what that looks like. So yeah, I thought that would be a cool idea. Although I don't know when I would do it really. Like, I could just do it for episode 60, but we already have a pathway for that. Maybe episode 70. I don't know, it really depends. Because like, knowing how America was built, that pathway probably goes on forever. Or, maybe there is a point where it doesn't really look like the path anymore. But yeah, I guess we will. But if you keep watching, you might see it in video number 70. Bye. Wait, 60. This is 50. What am I thinking? Bye.